these guys in development, these guys and gals, I should say, in development. It's being reported, at least from Fightful.com, that, quote, NXT talent is provided 30 days of pay and are free to do whatever they want. And with that being said, I should note that as far as Beefstick's podcast is heard, everybody released on this cut has no 90-day non-complete contract, except, and there's a big asterisk here, huge asterisk, no fucking wrestling companies are doing anything for 30, 60, 90 days. Right. So they, and the ones that aren't going to hire new people anytime soon. So there literally is an
Vince is like, congratulations, you can go where you want.
Yeah. Fuck, there's nobody there.
When he called Sayonara Conti, do you think he said Sayonara Conti?
I hope he did.
That's all he said, and then hung up. And that's our
Sayonara Conti.
I think he made Triple H call all of them, to be honest.
Like, I think it's great that they're it's not even great. The only reason they're doing the right thing by not putting in the non-compete is because you can't fucking compete. Like, it's not even them doing a good thing.
Right.
There's just nothing you can fucking do.
Yep. Vince is in a heyday right now.
God damn.
And let's not put this out of proportion either. This is the exact point of the year, every year, where we have some cuts.
Well, that is true also. That is legitimately true, although there probably would have been less this year because of AEW existing.
Yeah.
Honestly, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was going to do the Ted Turner thing and keep people on the budget just so nobody else had them, right?
Exactly.
But, like, right now, there might be one or two names, but let's be honest. AEW is the biggest one. Impact's the second biggest one. New Japan, AEW, Impact, AEW, New Japan are tied. Impact's probably the third. But nobody's going to hire anybody new right now because they can't afford to pay the people they have. Exactly. Like, they're losing money. So, get the fuck out of here.
It's
WWE.
It's some shit.
WWE will do anything to screw anybody they can.
I'm looking forward to hearing a lot of these voices speak out, too, especially since WWE was just considered an essential service.
It's essential. But they're not essential.
No, you're not essential.
Sorry, Sarah Logan, you're not essential. No way Jose is not essential. I'm essential. You're not essential, motherfucker. You're fired.
Just some shit.
But you know what? There is a company who thinks their employees are essential, Pasty.
Yes, there is. And thank God for Ring of Honor, who are paying all of their talent what they're owed for any canceled shows and appearances. This goes beyond just their in-house wrestlers and extends to ring crew, referees, and talent they were bringing in for events like the planned Women's World Title Tournament. In fact, for international talent that was flying into the United States as cancellations became a reality, Ring of Honor ensured that they were on a flight right back home on Ring of Honor's money. God, Vince wouldn't do that.
No, fuck no. Not at all.
Well, some talent come in to film non-wrestling segments for the now airing Best of broadcasts. The others never left the airport.
This is one of those Facebook videos that people share where it's like the cat saved the dog from getting run over or something. It's like, wow, way to see.
Marty
ROH is
such a villain after all.
ROH isn't WWE, AEW, New Japan, or even at this point Impact.
Yeah,
you know,
they're the bottom of the barrel right now when it comes.
But holy fuck, if they're not. They're doing the right fucking thing. And I'm sure there's tax write-offs. I'm sure there's this, that, or the other. I'm sure there's anything, but every one of these companies could do that same thing for their employees.
Mm-hmm.
So if ROH can do the tax write-off, so can WWE, so can AEW, so can everybody can. They're doing it. They're going out of their way to do it. And the fact where it says, like, even people that were coming in for the women's world title tournament, I can almost imagine they can't get a tax write-off for those people.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're not actually employees.
Right.
Wow.
Good on
Holy
them.
fucking wow.
Good on them.
Never been more. I've been so. ROH has dropped so much in my mind lately, as far as in-ring work. But wow, they just jumped so far in my mind as far as a company.
Yeah.
Holy shit! And another not just another company, an entire community that's coming together right now, which I wish. We know the United States has always been about fighting and never about unity, so this would never happen. But promotions in Japan and in the whole Japanese wrestling community, Pasty, have united together to protect their employees during this global pandemic, including its wrestlers. New Japan Pro Wrestling Noah, Stardom Wrestling, All Japan, DDT, Pro Wrestling Diana, and Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. There's a lot of companies there, Pasty, nobody listening to this has ever heard of.
I like the idea of Pro Wrestling Diana. Is that Princess Diana? Did they resurrect her? And...
She's still there, dude. She never died.
She just wanted to be a wrestler.
all of these promotions met up with legendary Hiroshi Hase and the Japanese Minister of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology to discuss what can be done to protect his employees financially as the country deals with the halt of running live events. Now, as I think most people know, in Japan, pro wrestling's held on an extremely religious level, like sacred level, much more so than in the United States, and probably Mexico is somewhere in the middle, Canada's somewhere in the middle. United States just thinks it's a fun joke, and that's cool. But a joint proposal was made on behalf of the 8 companies to have COVID-19 testing kits available to its talents in the supply initially meets the needs of the individual taking the virus head on. Now, in addition to that, the Japanese government is financially assisting pro wrestling employees that find themselves not garnering any income due to live entertainment being shut down. Now, that doesn't say they're paying them their full salary, but when we talk about the old sneaky Japs pulling a Pearl Harbor on us sort of racism, wow, the Japanese government is helping out all of these pro wrestlers who can't make a living. Awesome.
It's amazing.
People come together in hard times, Pasty, sometimes. Not Americans, but other people do.
Other people die in hard times.
Americans die in hard times.
And so do Mexicans as we enter into our weekly obituaries, which doesn't come up every week, thank God.
Right, thank God.
This week it comes a little harder. But we'll get right into it. Mexican luchador Black Demon succumbed to health complications, including but not specifically COVID-19, and passed away on April 13th. He was only 39 years old. There's a dot there, sorry. This is the first reported death in pro wrestling that stems from the COVID-19 outbreak. Black Demon, whose real name was Robert Munoz Carrillo, wrestled under the promotion Pedregan Rojo, based out of Sonora, Mexico, and was recent winner of the company's 2020 Red Pendragon Cup back in February.
Yeah, this is the first time COVID-19 has penetrated the wrestling market as far as we know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Mexico is one of the least affected nations. So it's kind of wild that out of the Asian nations, the European nations, and the North American nations...
Well, you got to assume testing probably isn't so great down there either. So their numbers aren't right. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
A lot of places in America, the numbers aren't right because the testing isn't where it's
A lot of places in America, don't know how. Yeah, that's super true.
Mm.
We wish the best to his family and friends, of course.
Yes.
And another folk that we wish we wouldn't have to talk about, but we knew it was coming.
It
Hopefully
had
not
happened.
this soon, but we knew it was coming. Legendary ring announcer Howard Finkel passed away this last Wednesday evening at age 69.
I gotta say, I thought he was already passed away.
I thought he was past 69, to be honest. The last time I seen him recorded. The Fink started working for the WWF in 1977, Pasty. Wowza.
Hot damn.
Finkel was WWE's first, or WWF, if you want to get into it, and longest tenured employee, and was elected into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2009. Finkel also had some memorable in-ring moments, most of them including getting stripped down or stripping other people down. And that included a 1995 rivalry with Harvey Whippleman that culminated in a tuxedo match, as well as a 2002 feud with Lillian Garcia, which was capped off in a tuxedo/evening gown match. After taking on a lighter schedule, Finkel did make a few more sporadic appearances in WWE, including serving as CM Punk's in-ring announcer at the 2011 Survivor Series event and at the Raw 1000 episode in 2012.
Yeah, that was probably the last time I ever saw him.
Probably the last time you've seen him, although you and probably younger fans may know his voice better from some of his voiceover work for the WWE Dirt Sheet, The Edge and Christian Show, in addition to his appearances on WWE Legends House and other WWE Network exclusive products.
I don't know anybody who watches the WWE Dirt Sheet.
I didn't know this was a thing until we put this thing up here. I don't know what it is.
No, I remember his work on the Edge and Christian Show, though. That was good stuff.
And we miss him. I mean, he was just...
He's going to be sorely missed. That's it for certain.
He's a voice of a... He's not just a voice of... I'd say he's a voice of two and a half, maybe three generations, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, he grew a lot in those times, but we all have. Hello. That was me slapping my belly, folks.
Yes.
Yeah,
this was a tough one to hear. I'm glad it wasn't COVID related. I was worried about that when I first heard it. But
right. Hoof. That's about all you have to say is hoof.
Hey, it's more than what Vince said in his tweet about Howard Finkel.
What did he say? I didn't see his tweet.
It was just like he was a wonderful friend and made so many matches more memorable with his voice. And it was like it was like the cookie cutter, we wish you the best in your future endeavors almost.
Right.
And it was like, God damn, you'd think he would be more special to Vince.
Well, I'm sure Vince doesn't even fucking look at his tweet.
Right.
That was somebody who...
Well, I mean,
Vince doesn't even know he's dead.
About The Rock's dad.
Yeah, Vince doesn't even know he's fucking dead, let's be honest. And if he did, he'd probably say something like he did about The Rock's dead. Rocky Johnson. Yeah, that was... Woo! Folks, go back. I don't remember which episode that is, but go back and listen to the archives on that one.
Yeah, find that shit. I never did hear anything else about it beyond what we reported and heard that week.
Oh, that's because I made it up.
Nice.
I know, man. Anything for the ratings.
Hey, if other journalistic people could do it, so can we.
Exactly.
Yes.
With that being said, Pasty, I think it's time for us to COVID ourselves right out of this 19.
Yes. You think Trump was trying to warn us all years ago when he tweeted Kofifi?
I think it was. He's seen a vision from the future. He just couldn't quite he's not the best reader. He couldn't quite interpret it, and it came out Kofifi. And we all laughed. Look at us now, bitches. Look at us now.
I tried to tell